Okay, and to conclude the top five must-haves for beginners in DCL, give you the rules again really quickly. They must be easily farmable, meaning they have multiple nodes in PvE, not just one node, or they are in a red alerts consistently. No money required. So, before we get to number one, here are the honorable mentions. First is Swamp Thing. I don't have very much experience with him, but anybody who's ever faced him knows how good he is. And basically his best attribute is the fact that when he dies, when he revives, he'll give your team mins and awareness. So yeah, actually a really good character, I believe. Um, but I've just never found the time to actually work on him. Maybe if I invested a bunch of money, I could. Siren. Siren is amazing. Siren gives herself evasion, and she gives the enemy a lot of bleeds. She is on my list to take 70-11. I haven't gotten her there yet, and I've gotten her 4L just on accident, just by playing red alerts consistently. And I will say this as a bit of advice: if you're playing red alerts, the game wants you to have balance. So try, no matter what level you decide to stop at, no matter what level you decide to go to, play with balance. Have four characters from each affinity all at the same level, whether that's 56 or 60-10 or 23, I don't know. However you want to have your level and your gear, make sure that those characters all stay the same level, and that'll help you beat red alerts. Huntress is an absolute beast. I have her 70-11. She does rival my number 5 selection, Batman CC. She gives herself evasions. Her big hit is absolutely lethal to blues and definitely to the undead. And her basic hits hard as hell. So I, if anyone wanted to replace her in the number 5 slot for Batman CC, I really can't complain it. In fact, a lot of these four here, and there's another one that I couldn't include, but because 5, I just couldn't include them. Anyone who would want to replace Batman CC with these, I can't give much of an argument. Deadshot hired gun, I only have a 60-10. He's very good character. I just don't use him. His biggest attribute is this: that he has a can't miss. So any evasion characters that you have, like Harley Quinn or anything like that, will be can't miss. It's very, very useful. He's also all the time. He's always, always, always in PvP, if you've noticed, and that's because of his team leader ability. I don't use him in PvP that often because his team leader ability is the reason why you would have him in PvP. And on the first move, it's just kind of like, to me, it's only the first move. I'd rather have a different leader whose leadership ability helps throughout the entire match. So I'm thinking more like Superman, Jessica Cruz, etc., etc. So those are the ones that I have as lead. Enchantress, Katana, those are my typical leads. So Deadshot, great character. I could also see any argument for him on this list, but just not useful for me. So